Welcome everyone. Welcome to another preview. This is MetalCanyon, and we'll be checking out a game by Deep Water Studio called UBOAT. Yes, this is a World War II German submarine simulator, in a way. This really brings me back to the days of playing Silent Hunter 3. I loved that game to bits. Also, Silent Hunter 4 with the Wolves of the Pacific. And then, well, Silent Hunter 5 was a bit weird. But anyway, this is not about Silent Hunter. This is about UBOAT. But I will do, some comparisons to Silent Hunter because they're sort of similar games. But this is much more sort of an RPG than Silent Hunter. Silent Hunter is a little bit more of a action simulator, I suppose. And can be a bit more realistic because you can do your own calculations and the torpedo stuff. But in a way, this game can be also more realistic in other ways. I will show you. Right now, this game is on Steam Early Access, and there is only a tutorial and a sandbox mode available. So we'll do some sandbox stuff now, and I will show you what's what. Let's load this. Okay, there we are in port. Whoa, okay, the latest patch has improved things. So there we go, there's our lovely boat. I don't know, I think this is the type V... I think it's like 7 or 8. I'm not sure exactly. But the first thing you might notice is that the boat looks lovely. And once we get on the way, you will also notice that the graphics are quite very, very, very pretty. But before we go into that, here's a really cool thing, and this is the party piece of this game. If you zoom in, you can zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Oh man, look at that! Look at that! You've got your entire boat cross-section, sort of. I mean, you look inside, that is awesome. I love that. I have always wanted, I have always loved games that do this. And now we have a German World War II simulation like that. I love it. Look at this. And everything is very nicely detailed inside. In fact, you can even go into first-person mode. There we go. So now we're controlling the captain here. I can go down. Wait, how do I go? Okay, there. Look at that. Let's climb down. And if you wish, you can play this game from first person, pretty much. Now, considering this is still in early access, there are some bugs. There are some performance issues with the game. And so on and so forth. But, this is awesome. You can walk through your World War II boat and enjoy everything. Now, you might say, oh, but, MetalCanyon, Silent Hunter 5 has done that already. Yes, sort of, but I don't think everything was the entire boat available there? It might have been. But anyway, Silent Hunter 5 was a horrible buggy mess when I did try it, and well, it also requires you play. Anyway, let's ignore that and let's leave this view. How do I do that? Oh no. Oh, I didn't know tab was there. Okay, there we go. Let's zoom out. Yeah, but this is a really cool thing. So, this game, unlike Silent Hunter, for example, is where you also have to control your crew. Not just in a way to, assign them to various positions, but you have to worry about their morale and so on. So right now, up here, for example, it says discipline 68%, and it's going up quite quickly because we're in the base, +3 per minute. The cook... Oh, we have a cook, apparently? But we always have a cook. I don't know. Or maybe it's an offshore cook? I don't know. +7 and normal lighting +10%. So you have to take care of all these things. You've got discipline. You've got, obviously, your oxygen supply for the boat. You've got your fuel reserves and electrical capacity, or battery capacity, which is actually going down. I thought they would connect it to the shore, but I suppose not. Anyway, you've got your various officers here. There's people eating here. I like that. And on the way, at least in the campaign, it doesn't seem like that happens in the sandbox. people will have their stories, they'll have their problems, they'll have their arguments. So you as a captain are in charge of keeping everyone's morale up and order on the boat. So that's pretty cool. So for example, if I want this guy to go get some rest, he's off. And the radio room, for example, has quite a lot of options. You can listen to music to get people's morale up. You can search for targets by listening into the radio frequencies and so on and so forth. It's pretty awesome. I'll leave Herr Loris here. Where is he? He's on the back. Oh, no, he's preparing the torpedoes and loading them up. And Kohler here. Oh, he's cooking. Is this officer's hobby. He is currently cooking at Caboose to better integrate with the crew. Oh, I've never had that before. That's cool. Yeah, there he is. I thought that was my cook. There's my cook, Dietrich Luther. But yeah, that's really cool. That's why everyone's so happy about it. That's a nice booster. And Graf over here is gonna go down and rest. Now, the nice thing about being in port is that you've got your warehouse,
Was brauchst du, Herr Kaloy?
where you can go and buy things.
Schau mal.
Now, in order to buy things, command doesn't just give it to you. You have to spend your budget, which is assigned to us by the headquarters for resupply and improvements to our equipment. So when you get back to port, you better have sunk some stuff, because otherwise you'll be hurting. So we need some fuel. I want to fully refuel our boat, which is just 21. That's good. Kraftstoff. We've got full torpedoes. Actually, let's buy some more, because you see that they're disappearing. Let's buy some more electric torpedoes. It's quite expensive, though. There. Some electric torpedoes. And let's buy some extra food as well. Some canned... Let's get some dried fish, maybe? Or maybe some vegetables. Let's get some vegetables, which is very expensive, unfortunately. But there, let's get that. Because, obviously, you need food to survive. Now, you got normal stuff, standard food rations like cheese and vegetables, and then you've got exotic fruits, which are a luxury food ration, which means that your crew's morale will go up if they consume it. But, of course, you know, that's up to you. And we've got some spare replacement parts over here, and some scrap metal, which will be used by our engineer to create spare parts to repair things. Now, you can also upgrade things, like, for example, the listening room to install a KDB Tier 1 hydrophone system. It's a set of 6 hydrophones that can be rotated around one axis. This simple solution allows for perfect triangulation, but placement of this device makes it vulnerable. I think they place it up on top. But, of course, it costs 8,000, and you have to research it to unlock it. So I cannot do any of this right now. There's a few upgrades here. I would like a few more. I think you can right now just upgrade the conning tower, the radio, the listening device, radar detectors, electric engines, diesel, snorkel, and that's about it, I think. I would like a bit more, but oh well. So let's say goodbye. So yeah, you're on your own as far as that goes. You can also recruit people.
Das kann deine neue Crew sein. Lassen Sie mich wissen, wenn Sie Ihre Dokumente sehen möchten.
I love the fact that dialogues are, these monologues are in German. It's how it should be, you know. So show me their files. You can get new people here, but obviously, you know, they cost, so I cannot do that. And I've got pretty much a full crew. I will choose crew for the next assignment. There we go. So Klaus Graf is not boarded because, well, that's us. What is this? Okay. Oh wait, we've got space for one more crew member, but what's this? Medals, maybe? I don't know. Goodbye. And of course, the leading officer.
Beim BDU wird viel über ihre letzte Patrouillenfahrt geredet. Gute Arbeit.
Well, apparently the BDU was very happy with our patrol, even though we've started a new sandbox game. Are there any orders?
Das sind die heutigen Aufträge vom BDU. Streng geheim.
Okay, so this is where you can select your missions: espionage, patrol sector, or join La Sapienza. Let's patrol the sector for now. Let's select this. And I would like to ask for a few favors. This is where you can buy various things like specialized crew officers, limit on board to 6. Oh, that's cool. Free roam. Having this ride will allow us to leave ports without any assignments from the headquarters. Interesting. But of course, we don't have any favors right now. I believe you get them as you complete missions. So anyway, we're all ready to go. Let us go. Let's go slow.
Schneller, schneller!
Yeah, right now he always goes schneller, schneller, no matter what you do, even if you're in calm waters. And he goes, schneller, schneller, we're getting attacked. I hope that will change. I really enjoyed it in Silent Hunter 3, for example, with the German voices. It was, you know, they actually called it out, like, kleine Fahrt voraus and stuff like that. Or if you were underwater and hiding from destroyers and such, he went like, kleine Fahrt voraus. And they were also panicky if you were actually getting bombed and so on. So that was very cool. So, let's actually go to Lange Fahrt.
Schneller, schneller!
Oh, is it Lange Fahrt? Is it Lange Fahrt? I don't know. Anyway, so this is our map. You can see, there's quite a lot of it. Most of the stuff will obviously happen here. And maybe in the Mediterranean, but oh man, I've got bad memories of having to go through the strait. So, let's get out of port. This is our sight range, by the way. This is where we can actually see things. Let's go
Kurs
here.
auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
And then get out. It's showing red like we would hit something, but that's not actually true. And then we have to get all the way over there. Bloody hell. So that's 2,300 kilometers. Now, here's the really cool stuff. Why are you still there? Go and rest. I don't need you not resting right now. You can load up torpedoes, though. So, here's the really cool stuff. You've got all these things to worry about. Discipline, oxygen, fuel. There. Look, the fuel at this speed will last us for 12,400 kilometers. How awesome is that? So you can actually know that. And you've got electricity. Diesel engines are producing 43 per minute, and the gyro compass is using 2 per minute. So we're actually, you know, filling them up. But if you turn on ventilation, for example, which is quite loud as well, that will drain batteries. You can turn on the electric compressor to get more compressed air and so forth. You know, it's very cool that you have to juggle all these things. Plus crew morale, and so on and so forth, and all the torpedoes and such. Now, you can also go below the water and get scared by the propellers if you've got submechanophobia. But, you know, this is very cool. And right now, it's very gloomy weather. But this game is exceedingly pretty. I'll be honest, when I first saw this game on Kickstarter, I don't know, what was that, like a year ago or maybe even more, I was a little bit skeptical because it's a small studio I've never heard about, and they were doing something very, very ambitious. And I have to say, they are bloody kicking it out of the park. Or batting it out of the park, is that the expression? I mean, look at this. Look at this nice effects, the specular effect on the boat. Look at the nice foaming of the water. I mean, if you look at this sideways, it almost looks, you know, photorealistic. The water effects are great. There's still some stuff to do, of course, but I mean, it looks excellent. And when there's a sunset or a sunrise, it looks even better. So let's go back to this. Let's speed things up. No, the game does unfortunately have to load every now and then when you get into different areas. Okay, you can go and rest now because he's loaded all the tubes and we've got some extra torpedoes. There we go. So, even though, you know, actually we're still moving. Well, that's not too bad. We're still moving. We can speed things up now because we're in open waters. Now, the really cool thing is when the game was still in closed beta, it was fairly buggy and very unoptimized, and they've made strides with that. I'm very impressed. And also when they released the game on early when they released the game on early access on Steam, like yesterday or a couple of days ago, it was also quite hungry, you know, graphically. I mean, I could hear my fans spinning up. It was running fine, but man, let me see. Are they still spinning? Yes, they are. They are spinning like crazy. You probably don't hear them, but they are. Of course, I do have my graphics card set up, so it does cool it more than default. I like it cool. Anyway, but the cool thing is, one day after the game has come out on early access on Steam, they've already created a big patch which improves performance and such, and people are very happy about it. So, let me go on about the mechanics a little bit. Look at this. Look at how good this looks. I mean, this is like Silent Hunter territory. Like Silent Hunter, like when I went from Silent Hunter 3 to Silent Hunter 4, that's how I was surprised by the graphic upgrade. And this looks really, really good. The water looks excellent and the foaming is really nice. And because the waters are so choppy, we are getting some water dripping down from the conning tower down into the boat. As you can see by this little icon here, this little water icon, that means that there's water in this section of the boat. Now, this is not a problem. This is something completely normal, and that's why we have bilge pumps. I think it's... oh, that one. That's the pump. And that one is always on. Wait, it's not on. Is it on? I suppose it's not on. I thought that was always sort of on. Or maybe this is the big pump. You've got bilge pumps going on all the time to pump out water. But you've got the big one to pump out if there's an emergency, which you can turn on. And of course, you can also send your officers and other crew members to bring water from other sections, like, for example, from the rear to the main room, to the command, to the control room, because this is where the pump is, and this is where it's the most efficient to pump water out. You can also block off certain sections, so everyone will leave the room and close the bulkhead. I believe you do that with this button. I won't do it now because everyone will start running about. Well, let me see. Yeah, this guy's here. So if I do this, now he will leave and probably, let's speed things up. Yeah, and he closes the bulkhead. Well, let's open it again. You can also turn off the lights. I'm not really sure what purpose that serves, because it doesn't seem to affect your battery operation at all. But I love the fact that you've got all these, you know, options. Also, when it's nighttime, if it's very dark, you have the option of changing the lights. Where is it? Oh, there's the observation scope. I've never seen that before, actually. There's the light switch. If you right-click on that, you can have normal lighting, blue lighting, or red lighting. And one of the tips says that you should turn on red lighting at night, because it allows people's eyes to accommodate to the darkness more easily. And it also increases your sight range and allows you to actually see better yourself in the game. So I think that's a really cool thing. Let's speed things up. You can also do that, speeding things up, by pressing the middle mouse button, which is very handy. Now, more stuff. I know I'm babbling constantly, but this is very important. More stuff about the mechanics. You've got some very cool stuff over here. You've got your ship's buoyancy. Our boat has positive buoyancy at this time and will float on the water's surface during normal conditions. Warning, the displayed buoyancy doesn't account for the area between the hulls that usually slows down submerging for a short time. I mean, they're simulating it that much. So if we look at the submarine up close, look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Look at that. I mean, is that just me, or is that really awesome? I love it. Also, if you're at night and you turn on your main searchlight and you look at it from this side, your entire front of the boat is going to reflect it, and it just looks brilliant. So what was I saying? I was talking about... oh yeah, I was talking about the buoyancy. If you look over here, these are the ballast tanks. And right now, obviously, they're empty. But when you're submerging, these actually fill up with water. And it looks very cool. And there's one here. It looks very, very cool. And you know, the game simulates all of this stuff. And if it's rough waters and you've got your conning tower open, you will be getting lots more water in here. Not a huge amount, but, you know, definitely lots more water. You will see it pooling up down here below the actual deck. And of course, if you've got an emergency, if you've got a leak somewhere from a depth charge or something, for example, you will actually see water going up, and it can actually fill up an entire section, in which case you are in trouble. The really interesting stuff about this is not even over yet. You've got various options. You can dive wrecks. For example, you've got your storage room. If I open the storage room, we've got... Where is it? Oh, it's not here. So we've got our food and medical supplies here, but I think it's here in the cabinet. There, we've got our diving suit, which is a very expensive kit of equipment, and it's required to dive at wrecks. So you can dive wrecks for resources, ammunition, and so on and so forth. You've got your combat helmet for maybe those people that man the AA guns. You've got breathing apparatuses for when you're underwater or there's toxic air. So there's a lot of stuff, and of course a lot of micromanaging. I'm actually going to take our flag down, which I'm assuming allows you to be a little less noticeable. There we go. Just taking it down. A little less noticeable with the enemy. So let's keep going. I should probably really show you some combat now. Let me find some enemy shipping, and I will show you how that goes. Okay, so I didn't find any shipping at the moment. I put my Neumann in the radio room and also added a crew member. All the officers have these little bars over here, and they can have up to 2 extra crew members that help them. Now, some of the stations only take 1 extra crew member, some of them to take 2, and so on and so forth. But it basically increases the like the range of the radio stuff, and decreases the time it takes to decode messages for the radio room, and for other stuff, you know, it decreases time, improves accuracy, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty cool. But if you have too many crew assigned to the officers, the crew will start losing discipline and complaining that they have too much work, which not really sure how that works. But look at that, look at that, that looks so cool. So we now have a message from the BDU that one of our U-boats has gone missing. What the hell? That's very far away. Let's go there then. Let's go there. And I'll go there and see you when there's something happening. So while we're on the way at full speed, because I won't be saving this, I'm at full speed that, well, Hardefahrt, which is pretty much half speed, but the game doesn't actually allow you to go full speed out of combat. I'm not really sure why. I mean, you're the captain, and you can do whatever you want, but there you go. Our ship's position is undetermined. Oh yeah, that's an interesting thing. You have to actually have your officer in the navigation room every now and then, because otherwise, well, you don't know where you are, so you lose all information. This is also quite interesting. Your visibility, 93%. The visibility of your ship in the current environment. Hull 100, cloudiness -7%. You've got noise, 93 decibels, which is actually not that bad for a boat. Cavitation, gyro compass, diesel engines, and surface noise, -75. So, you know, if it's very noisy outside, you're going to be more difficult to detect. And, of course, the radio signature. So, this is really, really awesome. You get all this cool stuff. Let's add an officer. I mean, a crew member. You get all this cool stuff that you see exactly why it's happening. And I love it. You can see that we're going off course because we lost... Oh, ooh, tiny group. There we go. Okay. Oh, bloody hell, they're very close by. How the heck? Oh, yeah, because I didn't have anyone on there. Okay. Right. Let's turn left and try to actually... How did they not spot them? Okay. We can show you some of this stuff now. Actually, you know what? Let's do it from below. Why not? Let's go to periscope depth, even though these ships have probably already detected us. Observation scope. Wait, where's the attack periscope then? I don't know. But there's a periscope now. It will go up. Where is it?
Wechseln auf E-Motor.
There we go. There's a periscope going up now. So, now we're underwater. And now you can hear all of the noises of the propellers of the ships. That's pretty cool. Now let's get our guy to warm up the torpedoes. Let's get you into the listening room. Hydrophone. Wait, why are you here? Observation, depth steers, valves, gyro compass, echo sounder, bilges. Look at all that stuff. Oh yeah, there's the bilge pumps. Okay. So how do I do that myself? Can I do this? Manual mode. There we go. Oh, that's cool. And you can look around. You can also lift it up. Oh, that's as far as it'll go. Okay. Not really sure how to zoom in on this. But anyway, let me show you. So now we see these freighters, which have most likely already spotted us. Yeah, they've we have a visual bearing. They were detected by the hydrofoam, and this vessel has been alarmed and is ready to fight. But it doesn't seem like they're changing course. How far are they actually from us? 1 kilometer. That's quite close for torpedoes, but I'm gonna try doing it anyway. Or maybe we can try going for this one. Ah, no, they are changing course. Okay, so they're doing exactly what these merchants, well, should be. They're trying to avoid our torpedoes, even though I did read that in World War II, merchants didn't really act like this. You know, they if they spotted a U-boat, they didn't try to outmaneuver it and stuff like that. They just tried to get away. Yeah, so we'll have problems trying to hit these guys, although we are very close. So let me try to hit this thing. Which one is this one? This seems to be the first one. Or is that the last one in line? Yeah, that's the last one. Let's go for this one. Let's calculate the torpedo stuff. You need some more people to help you here. Wait, where am I? Why am I here? So there we've got the preheated torpedoes now. This is an electric one. I would like the steam ones now because we need speed. So I want this one. Not really sure how to tell them which ones to preheat. You know what? Because preheating torpedoes reduces the chance that they will be duds. Let's only shoot one torpedo for now, and see what happens. I should probably also zero and come to a complete stop. Look at how cool that is. And of course you can see our boat in the water like that. That's very cool. So where is it? It's over there. So we're very good here. We're almost perpendicular to the enemy boat. And of course the sight range is going up and down because of the waves. So how's my... Okay, we're 67% torpedo solution on this ship. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit. Yeah, they are trying to avoid. That's not very good. Let's try to increase the speed of this torpedo. I cannot. Okay. No. Not really sure why I can do that. But oh well. I also cannot choose the dispersion, but of course we're only shooting one torpedo right now. Yeah, we're probably going to miss this, but let me just show you how it looks. Right now, unfortunately, it doesn't seem possible to open up your tubes to fire immediately, but it doesn't really matter because it doesn't seem like that's even implemented yet. So let's see. 93% solution. I'm gonna wait for 100 and then we're gonna shoot. And of course, this is going up much slower because of our sight problems. Vision problems. But you know what? 95% I think is pretty good. Let's see. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, there we go. They're turning towards us, so let's do it now. Let's fire the torpedo.
Los!
There we go. Torpedoes just suddenly appear right now, and you also cannot seem to select the depth of the torpedoes, which would be very nice. And they're already loading another torpedo now. Now, because this is a steam torpedo, it should be going a lot faster. Yeah, there we go. A lot faster than an electric one. Look at it go. That's very cool. And yeah, the ship will not escape. And of course, I could be using my deck gun as well, because these guys don't seem to have any weapons at all to actually fight us back. They could call for maybe try to get some planes to get. There's the torpedoes. I mean, the torpedo. Why do I keep thinking they're plural? There we go. And boom. Ah, bloody hell. Of course it was. Do you have any more steam ones?
Rohr 1, bewässern.
Alright, fine.
Rohr 2, bewässern.
You gotta be kidding me. Alright, let's shoot them. Oh man. But of course, you know. That's because it wasn't preheated. Come on. Yeah, these are gonna miss. Oh, look at that. Oh well. Well. Let's get up. That was a waste of torpedoes, but of course I'm just trying to show you how it looks, but unfortunately, no. Oh well. I don't know what kind of a minimum range these torpedoes have. Is it like 300 meters or something? In which case, if they are, I could get closer. Me too. I could get a little closer and try to do it before they actually, well, fail to explode, because it'll be too close. But let's see if we can actually get the ship. I doubt we can. We could put people on the deck, of course. Come on. Okay, now we're very close. I don't want to get closer still. We're not at a good... Oh, now they're going away from me completely. Yeah, they definitely don't want to be shot at. Okay. See if I can do this. This is gonna be so weird. Alright, just fire. This is never gonna work. There it is. This one will actually hit, but I don't think it's going to do anything. Oh! Nice. So there we go, it's falling apart. And the really cool thing about this now is that sometimes they do drop cargo. Cargo starts floating, you know, it's flotsam. There's also people trying to escape now. I don't know if you can do anything with them or not. But you can go and collect the cargo if you want it. And obviously, I can also get my people over here onto the deck gun and start shooting at the rest of those poor bastards. So if I do this, you can see that my discipline is going down a lot. Too much work from officers, alarm, and normal lighting. Oh, a plus 10%. You know what? While we're doing this, let's give him some, stuff. Are we in range of any radios? Let's see. There we go. Oh, I cannot do that. Alarm. Oh, because we do have an alarm going. Okay. Never mind. So now they're firing at the ships. Which ones are they firing at? Wait, what? What the heck are they firing at? What are you firing at? I have no idea what they're firing at. There's the ships. Guys? Stop. Fire at those ships. Not really sure why. Oh, maybe they cannot even turn that way. So the Empire Tower sunk. I can send the report there, and that will get 25,000 for that.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten
So let's turn around and see if they can fire at them.
Legen Sie den Kurs an.
Oh, there we go. Like that. And of course you can try to whittle them down with a deck gun. You've also got the anti-aircraft guns for enemy planes. You've got crash diving and so on and so forth. I mean, I am so surprised. There's so much to this game. What the heck is that? Oh, they're trying to get away. Look at them. There's so much to this game. I am really, really surprised. This is like a different Silent Hunter with modern graphics and crew management. It's very detailed. There's still a few things to do, obviously, and the whole campaign, but I'm very impressed with what I see so far. It's very, very interesting. The damage of the ships could look a little bit nicer. I really do sometimes miss how, I think it was in Silent Hunter 4, you could actually make holes into ships with your guns and torpedoes and such. That was very cool. So I wish... Yeah, we did hit it here. Look at that. There we go. That's pretty cool how you can take it apart bit by bit. I do like that. And of course, look at that. Ooh, spooky. Anyway, I'm kind of running out of time. I really do apologize about that. But I just have to say that this game is really, really impressive. It looks good. It plays really good already. It's a little bit clunky sometimes with the UI, a little bit, but otherwise it is very polished. These parts are very polished, and I like that. I just wish I could set the speed. They'll probably add that in the dispersion. There's also a way to identify ships yourself in the periscope, with the periscope. I would like to set my depth of the torpedoes to have a magnetic detonation instead of an impact one, or choose which one I want. That would be very nice. I do enjoy doing that. And, you know, like I said, there's a lot of stuff to do. You can also dive wrecks. I do have a mission over here where we have to go and help our other U-boat here, which is stranded apparently over here, which means that you get over there, you search for it, you stop next to it, and then you send someone with like food or something to investigate. And, you know, sometimes they will ask you for food or fuel and so on and so forth. So that's pretty cool. It's not just going around like in Silent Hunter 3 and sinking ships. Which, although, of course, you know, that's most of the stuff that you do. But I'm really looking forward to what else they can do with this game. And, yeah, I mean, if you like the look of this, you can already buy it on Steam on early access. But, of course, like I said, there's a few bugs here and there. There's optimization issues still. But the developers really are working hard on this. So, I think they do deserve quite the praise for this. This is quite an achievement. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this preview, and I will see you next time. MetalCanyon out.